Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Houston Texans.
We are live. It is
With
week
that, let's head
4
over to the space city
of
of
game number
Houston.
6
Standing by an
between the
NRG Stadium.
Minnesota
Here are Brandon
Vikings
Cotton and Charles
and the
Davis.
Houston
All right,
Texans.
Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing
We
you
are
coverage of the National
Houston
Football
Texans.
League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as they bring this one out to the 27. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson. On 1st and 10, Watson. And his first look is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. And in this offense, the shifty Lamar Miller sometimes sets the table.
And he's at his best when the number of carries for him approaches 20. Wears down defenses with his speed.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again is Watson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defensive end, Daniel Hunter, drops him.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Now the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. And taken right on the 30. That's a 49-yard punt, 8th on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
Forget the measurables. His temperament, which is so even-keeled, often masks a burning desire to win and perform. This guy takes it seriously when he lines up to play, and usually he puts out a nice performance.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, then this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you can get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
The first carry out for Dalvin Cook. DJ Reader there on the tackle. Let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
For a lot of people, there are pros and cons to playing close to home in the NFL, but for Adam Thielen, it's nothing but pros. Grew up not too far from the Twin Cities, loves being a Viking, and is a really dependable third down receiver.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rush coming in. He's taken down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player of the year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 22. First down, here's the one with Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, it'll be 2nd down. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
Versatile players on defense are all the rage in the NFL, but it also helps to have a Bernard McKinney who does one thing very, very well, and that's tackle ball carriers. Big man, big size inside, looks like a defensive end playing inside linebacker, still has the ability to run and cut runners off before they can get downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. 23 yards for the touchdown. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for giving us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time, a 6-play drive, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from play, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tough when they find a ball in there for the completion. Lamar Miller, pass the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller. 65 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, are almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Tiny Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they get into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Play action now. Cousins throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There was a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 for the 22. To throw, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Man, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If it's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters. And this is what he's always had. And that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They got it. They got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Harrison Smith's play has been so good in the NFL that he demands the respect of everyone. And I remember a couple of years ago, when we talk about the top safeties, his name didn't come up in the first group. It does now. I remember doing a game a couple of years ago where the Rams were trying a lot of razzle-dazzle stuff, and Mike Zimmer, his head coach, pretty much said, stick him to Harrison Smith, and he ended that in a hurry. He could play close to the line of scrimmage, could also cover deep.
On 2nd down now, it's Miller. Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the 50, it's Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Called out a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out comes Minnesota. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Can it come out now and put together some nice plays?
Cousins of the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They start the drive with Cook. Then he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And after the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. These 2 teams all tied after 1. On 2nd down, it's Cook. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Throwing his Cousins. They open man is Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, Cook, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of positions and maybe you can wire him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen. Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Now they get 4th down after the loss of run.
And the big fella stepped that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So on 4th down, Braden Colquitt on the punt. DeAndre Carter's deep for the Texans. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Back to throw, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
To go for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. The 1st down carry now for Miller. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that. So I'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman and Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Are you okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey,
writing down your ad.
if you quit, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Garner.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 17 on a pickup there. The Texans also get a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield, so a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Texans are going the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Watson in the offense going to come up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw is Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick when you deliver it. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. For the pylon cut. They'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Texans have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments in this second quarter. On for the PAT, Kaidi Fairbairn. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Cousins on first down. And that could be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Over the time worked on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. He's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. That one good for 26 and a first down. First down, here's Cousins. Now they go screen, it's complete. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To the air again, it's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Cousins now. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver field. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the red zone now, Cousins. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover. They're in the end zone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, it's Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. Bailey now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That time, a 9-play drive, and it's polished off by a Viking score. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tied ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Running merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Cousins. He gets this one to Johnson. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flex down position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He He gets us right. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down and get it back for offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points?
And break this tie. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 11. Now Watson rolling to his right. But now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Check.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson and his pass incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Watson, and this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Brian Anger now, standing just about on his own goal line. Sherrills to return it. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I didn't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse. And I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Well, it was 2nd and long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. The completion good, finally 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, giving different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin with a run by Miller. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Despite the blitz, he's still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fakes and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That would a first down pickup of 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Houston, all even as we get ready to start the 4th. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Open man, the tight end fouls. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And Pardo, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes it 2nd and 9. Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Watson. Finding fouls complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
When these offenses get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in and picks up the first down.
Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice game. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They come out here in the eye. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. A give the first man through Gillespie to the fullback. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's the fullback taking it in. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they didn't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it 6 points on the board. Extra point by Fairbairn up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as these guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 7 yards on the pickup there. That'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Powering is running forward. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
I like watching the wide receivers play because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. He'll find field and work in the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Cousins on target to Diggs, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Party got like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot on the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The open man is Smith. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. The Vikings get a signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on to the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Cousins. And he can't get it through. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. J.J. Watt in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And this is Cook with the ground. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. He's back to throw. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively, and incomplete as the clock stops here with with just 1 second to go in this football game. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one deal and then handshakes. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
They have it. The Texans are winners, 21-14 over the Vikings. The end of the stream. And I'll be back in another video after when I set another one up. So I see you all in a minute.